Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is JT from Above and Below the Belt. I'm going to talk about the Keith Thurman fight versus Josesito Lopez. That was a very good fight. And I told y'all that it was going to go to the judges. And I remember I told you I had a prediction video about them. And but you know, one thing is Keith Thurman almost knocked down Josesito Lopez in the second round. And he probably could have finished him until the bell rung. I think he would have got that stoppage if the bell didn't ring, but it happened, and it went to 12. So the thing about it is, but Josesito Lopez I was just kind of surprised. Well, in the sense I was, but not, because the reason why, he's a flat-footed fighter. So you got he's a come forward fighter, which I see, and he's flat-footed. He doesn't really move. He doesn't really bounce his legs and move his legs like Keith Thurman. Keith Thurman's leg is his defense. And, of course, he got upper body defense, too, at the same time. It was okay. It wasn't that great tonight. I mean, you know, when they fought. So, the thing about it with Keith Thurman, this is a tune-up fight. He been out for 2 years, and everybody's like, well, he didn't look that great. Of course, he was off for 2 years. You don't get back in the ring and be like, and left off where he, I think who was last fight with, Danny Garcia or Sean Porter, one of them two. But you don't leave from them and leave in that fight and then been off for 2 years and then come back the way you left off. It don't happen like that. I bet he wish he did. I wish he did, but it don't happen like that. You gotta come back and your body gotta get that memory back too at the same time. So this is a tough opponent for him, and he knew it was going to be a tough opponent for him, too, at the same time. I don't think he underestimated Josesito Lopez. Maybe he did, because he was talking about, I'm going to fight Manny Pacquiao and then fight Sean Porter, whatever. But it was an interesting fight. I remember I told you it was going to go to the judges, and then did. And, you know, Josesito Lopez hurt Keith Thurman in the 7th round. He almost knocked him down, probably even knocked him out. And that's the thing about it, what everybody was talking about. I think it was the 7th round. It was the late rounds when he almost got Keith Thurman out of there. Keith Thurman, man, even though he was losing his legs a lot, but he still almost got knocked out. And I was kind of surprised. I was kind of surprised about that. But, you know, he'd been out for, like I say, for 2 years almost. So, but at the same time, Josesito Lopez kind of like, he got a fan here. I'm kind of like, you know, I really didn't too much look at Josesito Lopez. I had to look at some tape, some YouTube about Josesito Lopez. But Lopez, man, he gained a fan here. He's a tough opponent. But the thing about it is, if he wasn't so flat-footed, he could have knocked out Keith Thurman. He could have got Keith Thurman out of there. That's what I'm saying. If he wasn't so flat-footed, he just like Canelo Alvarez, flat-footed. He's got power, but he's flat-footed. He can't get to him. He was trying to get to him. He's a come forward fighter, just like Canelo Alvarez is a come forward fighter. You know, and talking about Lopez, which is Robert Garcia fighter, Mikey Garcia's fighting Errol Spence on March the 16th. So Mikey Garcia's going to gotta use his legs like Keith Thurman uses legs against Lopez. You see what I'm saying? To fight Errol Spence. Because that would be his defense too, but that's what Mikey Garcia doesn't do. He don't use his legs like that. His defenses come from being patient and using his hands for his defense. You see what I'm saying? So, and being accurate too at the same time. So he's gonna come. Mikey Garcia's coming in there. It's gonna be uncomfortable, especially with the muscle mass he's coming in with, moving around the ring. He's gonna absorb a lot of energy. The thing about it, can he keep Errol Spence off him? Which I don't think he can do that. But we will see. He will have a chance, of course. There's always a chance. But knocking out Errol Spence Jr., that's not going to happen. I don't think so. I'm not trying to underestimate. You know, Mikey Garcia's punching power. I know he got punching power, but Errol Spence is a big welterweight, and the punches that Kerr Book gave Errol Spence was really. I thought he was winning. Kerr Book was winning the fight, but at the same time, Errol Spence came on strong, man. The punches really didn't. I'm not gonna say didn't phase him. He probably got stung, but you really didn't see it. You see what I'm saying, like that, like his legs is wobbly or whatever. So, but that's what Mikey Garcia's going to do: move around the ring, use his being patient and being a boxer instead of being a. He's gonna be a power puncher too at the same time, which he always does. So, but that's gonna be an interesting fight. But getting back to Keith Thurman and Josesito Lopez, like I say, one judge had it a draw, which I didn't see it that way. But see, this is what I'm saying, man. Judges see it another way, and the people looking at TV see it another way. You see what I'm saying? So, but like I say, this fight. What do you think Keith Thurman is going to do next? Because I'm going to tell you one thing is if he take that Sean Porter fight, he's going to lose that fight. He would get knocked out. I mean, he would. Matter of fact, I think Sean Porter will probably knock him out, or it's going to go to the judge, and then Keith Thurman will lose like that. I'm telling you, because Sean Porter's in your face, and you talking about the pressure fighter that if you talking about Josesito Lopez is a pressure fighter, Sean Porter, he don't have nothing on Sean Porter. He is the epitome of if you talking about Mexican style fighting or whatever, aggressive style fighting. You see what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying. Sean Porter is the if you talking about the Mexican style or aggressive style fighting, you should open up a book and his face should be popping up right there. He should be a bastioner of the Mexican style or the aggressive style fighting. I'm talking about Sean Porter, y'all. So, but Keith Thurman's not stupid. He's not going to take that fight next. After looking at this fight, he would take another 2-0 fight, and then he would probably fight Sean Porter. And Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford, that would be 2020, I'm thinking. But it's going to be one of them. It's not going to be two of them. I think Errol Spence Jr. and Terrence Crawford will fight before he fight Keith Thurman. That's what I'm thinking. I could be wrong. You know what I'm saying? So, but the thing about it, what do y'all guys think about Keith Thurman and Josesito Lopez in this fight? Do you think he's going to take Sean Porter next? Do you think he needed to take another tune-up fight? I mean, what do y'all guys think? But like I said, it was a good fight. This is an exciting fight. And if you have any questions, leave a comment at the bottom of my page. Subscribe to my page. Like my page. Hit the notification for bell for new notification, new videos from me. This is JT from Above and Below the Belt. All right, bye.